All right. So first of all, who are you?
My name is Gracjan, and I am living in Poland right now, and I'm a 3D artist working professionally for almost a year and a half now, full time. And before that, I was working about a year on freelance. One of my first jobs, we can say that, was at Northwood Studio. That's how they are called. Yeah, Northwood Studios for SCP Secret Laboratory. And now I am working as a full-time 3D artist in studio in Gdańsk.
All right. So what was your role in SCP Unity?
I was 3D artist. I was tasked with making props and fall environments. I was working on an upcoming Never to Happen update 0.8, I think, if whole warehouse area.
How did you get into the studio?
I got approached by Jalo.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I spell it. Jalo Kivet. She messaged me on ArtStation, and I was recommended by Aerospice. And honestly, I was very surprised and quite honored that they approached me and asked me to join. So I immediately said yes, pretty much. That's how talent.
What inspired you to start working on Unity?
Well, I always loved SCP lore and universe, and SCP Unity was and is till we release our game pretty much the best looking SCP game out there. So it was very honoring to be able to work on that and expand upon that.
So how long exactly did you work for SCP Unity?
About half a year, I think. I joined in like June 2020, and I was there till the end.
Did you think that Unity had changed your life in any way?
Yeah, I've met amazing people there. It helped me with confidence in my work, and it was very good experience as an artist to work on that, even though I was thrown into deep water straight away, because I have before made only like single props and very small dioramas, really. And I was tasked with making a whole new area of the map of the game. It was very large, and yeah, it was hard, and organizing myself was a challenge there. But yeah, it was pretty cool to work on that.
Did you ever think that the game would get as big as it had?
What do you mean by that?
Like popular-wise. Did you ever think that it would get as popular as it did?
Yeah, absolutely. Like SCP has a very big community, and as I said, this was pretty much the best looking SCP game, and gameplay wise, it was pretty nice too. So yeah.
What were some of your favorite SCPs in the game?
It's hard to say because I can't play horror games. I love those games. I love SCP lore, but it's kind of hard to. The old man was pretty scary. Just him appearing out of nowhere. Yeah, that was pretty fun. SCP in there. But as I said, I literally couldn't play the game. I was scared even when I was checking out as a developer from Unity, or when playing with dev commands to disable all SCPs. I was still scared to just walk around and look at walls.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm very bad at horror games.
Oh, that's all right. Some of my friends that I know are not too good at horror games. How long did it take to start like making the update that you were working on at first? Like,
I made like a test prop, like a week or two, I think. Made like modern PC set, and And then I pretty much started working on that new update straight away. But yeah, that was a huge thing to do on my own. And this half a year was just nearly not enough. I was like maybe halfway through with it. But I'm also a perfectionist. I like to make, if I can, like the best things I can. So yeah, I didn't want to half-ass it.
What sparked your interest in game development?
Oh, games I played.
Mm.
I've pretty much always wanted to do something with games. It's a very, very creative field to work in as an artist, especially. There are just so many things you can create and so many worlds you can build.
Mm.
So yeah, I started making 3D in like high school. So
was there any like games in particular that you kind of got interested in, or was it just games in general?
I think games in general. Like when I was young, I was playing very popular in Poland Gothic series, and I played also a lot of Warhammer Dawn of War. As a 10-year-old, just this bloody RTS game. I loved it. It's amazing. And then Call of Duties, Battlefields, shooters, some RPGs. Yeah, Mass Effect, Skyrim, Morrowind, and Oblivion. Yeah, a lot of different games.
Did you also move to Project Aethon, I believe it's pronounced?
Yeah, we moved to it straight away. Like just after the meeting announcement that SCP Unity is going to be closed, we just made a new Discord server and started talking about new one.
So with that project, did you have as much freedom as you did with Unity? Or did you
even
have
more?
More? Yeah.
I have even more because like in Unity I felt like I was tasked with specific things by our boss, and in Aethon I am pretty much co-owner, co-producer. Like I'm mostly take care of visual side of things, but people are very, very happy to listen to me and think about my ideas and my input. So,
do you have any plans for it to like Project Aethon to expand into other genres in the future?
Maybe if we have time and money, if we are able to sell games or earn on Patreon, maybe I would love to. Yeah.
All right. Moving into some more development questions. Did you have much experience with Unity starting off?
With Unity as an engine?
Yeah, the engine.
Not really. Not back then. No, I was just I had a little experience in Unreal. The very basics, and Unity. I didn't have much. I kind of dislike Unity to this day. It's not my favorite engine. It's very limiting for an artist.
Did you have to work with other people, and if so, what was that like?
No, I was working mostly by myself on my own things. Just getting sometimes some little feedback from others, and that's it.
What was the hardest task for you to accomplish during your time in the studio?
Well, my main task was making this whole warehouse area, so I guess that it was like a big task that I had to break down to little ones. So yeah, I haven't finished it. So
how do you feel about the game being left in version 0.7.9?
It was sad to see it close down. I was hoping it would go on Steam and maybe we could like earn some money from sales and move to something bigger, or maybe even open a proper studio. But yeah.
What aspects of the game, if any, did you have influence over?
Say again?
So what aspects of the game did you have any influence over, if you had any?
Pretty much modeling wise and texturing wise. Decisions I made was pretty well accepted, and I didn't have a lot of iterations on stuff. But a few times when I tried to like step out of just making assets, I've come across small barriers. Like I was trying to convince Zorner to use some kind of maybe screen space reflections and so on, and he said, "Yeah, we could totally do that, but I don't know, we don't know how right now," and so on. And I felt like it was just waved away a little bit. And I've talked with Jallo about lightning in a game. My feedback, how I think it could be more interesting, and she said, "Yeah, I see what you're talking about, but we are going to do this and that." So yeah.
Did you do much like other tasks outside of your main role in the studio?
Did I do anything except outside of modeling? No,
Yeah.
not really.
Right.
I was just making models and textures, and that's pretty much it.
Were there any plans to restart development after it officially dissolved?
Nope. We knew that was pretty much impossible. So
yeah. What was one of your highlights of working on it?
There were not many like special moments. I mean, I got some praise from people on the server, from everyone. That was very nice, but there were not like big moments that I specifically remember.
Was there any lowlights? So, what was like the lowest experience you had there?
Trying to convince Giallo to my vision of lightning, but that was very like small thing. I think it was just my opinion on how lightning could be more interesting in the game, and they didn't have to agree or anything. So I was pretty much just sitting there and making my stuff.
Yeah. So if 0.8 wasn't just the lighting overhaul, what would you have wanted it to be?
There were plans to like release warehouse expansion with that. I think the stuff I was making was about to released in 0.8. If I remember correctly.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss or something?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then I think we've finished.
All right.